We are going live in just a moment. Waiting for Facebook to catch up. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday. I'm so excited for this entire week. So I finally got all these badges assembled in place, and these are a treasure trove of electronics from Hackday Supercon about a week and a half ago. So good. I can't believe what all I got to bring back. And we're going to go through each of these. Each one of them is going to have its own day over the next week or so. And yeah, we're going to really deep dive into these. But for today, I wanted to do a quick overview of some of the coolness. There's also some little art badges and stuff that I have. Check this out. Little test things for PCB art. All of that and more awaits you. So first up, we have the official con badge. This is an FPGA-based badge designed by Sprite, and it has a little, you had to attach your own little speaker, but that's pretty easy. And really the only reason that I put all four of these badges together is because they're all this matte black color and design, which, you know, I always love. You've got the matte black, white, and gold color schemes. This one is silver, but that's not the most important thing, even though aesthetics is heavily important. Okay, so, our focus, good. Yeah, so this one has some apps built in, including Tetris, Flappy Bird. You can do little MIDI stuff, so. It says, MIDI demo. To see what it's doing, read the code. No audio, solder a speaker on. And that's precisely what I did. Then there's a number of other options. Let's play Tetris. I'm really terrible at Tetris, so this won't be... I won't do this for long. Let's do that. Uh-oh. There we go. Hmm. So it totally works, and you get little like LED flashy feedback and stuff, which is super nice. Oh no. I'm actually doing pretty okay. Normally I'm not nearly so good at this. Okay, that was interesting. We got a little like freezy there for a second. I might actually have to stop playing on purpose, which is pretty rare for me. Oh, that's exactly what I needed. Haha. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Okay. I can see why this game is addicting. It's a problem. Okay, I'm gonna stop in 2 shapes if this doesn't work. Oh no! I need to stop being okay at this game. Okay. No. Let me exit. Ah, there we go. Okay, cool. Anyway, super cool badge, and we'll be diving into the FPGA as well as a ton of cool hacks that people did on this badge. It's so cool. You got your lattice chip here, the FPGA on board, and a sweet little patch with this beautiful visual design that they had for the entire conference. Everything was super gorgeous. And here is a hackometer. So that was one of the most fascinating things. There was an actual prize given for whoever could hack these first and best. And so each time you crack one of the thingies, one of these LEDs lights up. There was another secret to this that no one apparently figured out, which is that they're RGB LEDs, unveiling a whole new level of challenge. So that's something that is going to last people plenty of challenge far beyond the conference itself. It also has built in a little cartridge holder, so you can put different cartridges on it. Yeah, lots of fun little Easter egg documentation and stuff. multi-wavelength photonic indicators, which actually hints to the fact that, these are already marked as RGB. I lied. But you could in theory surmise that these ones on the hackometer are the same as those, and therefore the multi-wavelength RGB attribute also applies. PMOD connectors, and then this is like a proto board that you can slot into this cartridge spot here. And there's also a number of other breakouts that different people created, and we'll look at some of those as well. Super nice. A couple of people made a 3D printed enclosures for these, and so you can find those as well. Let me pull up that link online as well. So, this one. Gigantic FPGA in a Game Boy form factor. 2019 Supercon badge is a hardware siren song. So exciting. Alright, oh yeah, one of my favorite things that someone did with this, actually, was that Emily Velasco put a giant speaker on it. And if you check out this video, you can hear it do the THX sound effect of it, you know, at ridiculous volume. Does it actually show the huge speaker on there? Yes, look at that. You don't have to be satisfied with a tiny mono connection. So, yeah. Next up, let's see. We've got the one that I mostly have been playing with today. This is the Edge badge from Adafruit. It is such a cool little device. It can run TensorFlow Lite, and you can people have gotten, for example, yes and no recognition running on it. This one has a little microphone built in, teeny weeny microphone on there, produced with Braincraft, and there's all kinds of documentation for this online. So Braincraft Edge badge. Lots of links here, including information about what this includes. TensorFlow Lite for microcontrollers is very cutting edge, so expect to see a lot of development happening in this area with lots of code and process changes. So a lot of development was done on it this weekend as well. So I expect to see some upgrades as well, but it should be in a pretty stable state by now. You've got 3-axis accelerometer, light sensor, reverse mount so that it points at the front, built-in buzzer mini speaker, mono class D speaker driver for 4 to 8 ohm speakers up to 2 watts, so you can use a built-in speaker or attach your own, USB port, etc., JST ports for NeoPixels, censored input, and I2C. You can put Grove connectors on there, built-in microphone, reset button, on-off switch, which I love. Actually, all these 4 badges that I'm going to talk about today all have on-off switches, which so many badge makers up until now haven't actually done. It makes life so much better. As for all wearable tech, having an on-off switch is so good. And this one, you can very easily modify the code to put your own info in there. It's just code.py. And then this is a QR code, which if you scan it, will take you to my Hackster page. You just change the code and it automatically generates a QR code for you. It's so beautiful. Like, I need this in my daily life for general use. QR codes are the bestest. So, yeah, you can check out their other blog posts about this. For example, TensorFlow micro speech demo. You can have it recognize yes and no, which is the first demo up here. You could also check out this other blog post of a weekend of hacking projects with the Edge badge. There are some other things that will become available on the Adafruit site. This TensorFlow Lite for microcontrollers kit doesn't have a built-in microphone like the MEMS one on this badge, but it does include an electric microphone, amplifier, and mic. Then also coming soon, there's going to be a hat for Raspberry Pi based on this badge. Super good. You can find out more about the library that's being used at circuitpython.read.docs.io/projects/PiBadger. And I'll put that in the description to this video along with the other links. Super cool. Very nice. Next up, we have a really cool one from Kevin Neubauer, who unfortunately could not make it to the weekend, which is very sad. And but he sent a few of these badges along, and it's basically my favorite thing ever. I, along with several other people, have been thinking about building a Tamagotchi type project, and this is a platform for that. So, if I switch it on, love on-off switches, you get little status LEDs, virtual pet, and you'll see your little cats, and you can make your own sprites for it. In fact, I should read what he said about it over Twitter. He says, I made the code separate from the game assets. So that would be the images and stuff. If you want, you can make your own pet using pixel art. Instructions are in the main game class file. I'm also going to put out a few boards on Tindy once parts arrive. Oh, one more thing. Keep an eye out for my next project. And maybe I shouldn't read the rest of this. But there's going to be some really cool stuff. And you can keep an eye on it here at, I'm not sure how he says it, but I'm assuming Neubauer K / Circuit Python badge. Or just follow him on Twitter, which is on here again when you start the badge up. And you can, how do you do the needs thing again? Here we go. So you can feed / water it. You can, hey, bring back the menu. I forget how this works. Okay, here we are. Feed / water, play game, sleep, clean, doctor, discipline, display stats. I should probably display the stats because it's probably dying. I haven't, oh yeah, here's where we give it a snack. Oh no! Oh no, death! That's not great. Come on. There we go. And it makes little noises too. Do the noise. It's so cute. It goes nyom nyom. And yeah. So everything you need to make your own little Tamagotchi pet. And it also has a ring of NeoPixels here. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You've got 3 user input buttons, left, middle, and right. You've got on-off switch. You've got a ton of little breakouts here in the style of the Adafruit Circuit Playground Express, which is one of my favorite boards for people to start out with. So this could be a really fun one for people to move up to from the Circuit Playground Express, particularly since it has the same number of LEDs and also runs Circuit Python. I'm assuming that a lot of the same code that you've already written for the CPX would work for this as well, which is part of what makes it such a cool platform. So exciting. Love it. So this thing is super cool. And then it's powered by 3 AA's, which I'd probably want to replace that with either a 5-volt power bank or maybe a little 3.7 volt LiPo and a converter. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Here's the little speaker. It's so good. And then finally, this is one of my faves. These folks were kind enough to give me one of these. It is made by Claire and Steven. And let's get better focus on here. There we go. Their handles are on the back. Claire is Codes for a Day, and Steven is Steven the Robot, both on Twitter. And yeah, it's called Badge Runner. And it's, of course, shaped like an owl, so I love it. If I plug it in here... Sorry, Adafruit badge. You can see its gorgeous little lighting effects. Oh, duh, I have to turn it on too. There we go. And it's got a really cool eye here, as well as these little constantly shifting little blue LEDs at the bottom here. And I think those are RGB. They programmed them in blue for me, which is so cool. Yeah, and it's got an ESP8266 at the bottom so that you can program it however you like. There's information about that on the website. So let's take a look at that. Badge Runner, a PCB badge created for Hackaday Super Conference 2019, based off the Tyrrell Corporation's Owl and Blade Runner. Yeah, Super cool. I hope other cyberpunk enthusiasts will enjoy this badge. I think that's safe to assume. What cool people! I really appreciate having run into these humans, and they have a great sense of style. So those are the four like large badges that I picked up at Supercon. We've got the Badge Runner Owl. So beautiful. Oh, look at it. Just look at it. It's so nice. It's got that like Terminator eye and everything. Then we have, oh, go off. Oh, right. It's got a built-in LiPo, so it'll actually just go. We've got the Adafruit Edge badge. So pretty. And that one can run TensorFlow Lite. We've got the official Supercon badge with its cartridges, its little hackometer, its screen where you can see the camera reflected in it, and little apps that people have written. I'll come back with more information about the different hacks people did on this. There were all kinds of stuff from hardware hacks to really weird other apps. Someone adapted it so that, okay, so this thing has an HDMI out, right? Someone made a thing so that you can output VGA for some reason. Drew Festini and co. made it so that you can run Linux on it. It's ridiculous. Someone else made a CI system. What's her name? I forgot her name. Ah, no. I'll remember it in time for the completely dedicated video for this one, which will be coming up sometime later this week or early next week. And then also this wonderful Tamagotchi badge, Virtual Pet by Kevin Neubauer. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's so good. It's so good. And hopefully I won't let that one die again. But I'm going to program my own, and it's going to be extremely exciting for me. Check out the links in the description of this video if you want to explore further. I'd love to see what kinds of badges y'all are making. And stay tuned because we're going to do deep dives on each of these in the next few coming days, and I'm really excited for that. In case you couldn't tell, I just get to kind of play for the rest of the week, and we're going to play together. So let's see if there's any questions or comments before we close this down. Harshal Shaw says, can you SSH into Linux machine with this? I'm assuming you're asking about the FPGA badge. I think if you run the Linux hack that Drew and co did, which you could probably look up, Drew is PDP7 on Twitter, and also tweets for Oshpark. If you run that, then you could probably use that to SSH into a Linux box. Yeah. I'm not sure if it has wireless capabilities, I forget. But I'm sure that could be doable. Anyway, we'll be back with more info. Thanks for watching.